It is going to be the inaugural season of the Quebec City Nationals. Playoffs, will we sell at the deadline? Will we be the worst team in NHL history? Will we win a Stanley Cup? It'll all be found out in this video. So make sure you guys like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Our team, we have Neighbors, Pinto, and Mercer. That is a nasty first line. Roslovic, our rookie, Charles Owens, who we drafted with the second pick in the draft. In the last draft with William Karlsson, so two veterans alongside Owens, hopefully get him growing. Jason Zucker, Evan Rodriguez, Arthur Kaliev, and we have Burakovsky, Parsonen, and Rasmussen. Our team looks a little bit better. We have Harley and Carlo on that top pair, Brandstrom and Sandy, and they could get overrun physically, which is, you know what, not the biggest deal in the world. And then Schneider and Moser, like the power play, which is fine because this coach won't be our coach forever. At least I don't think so. Maybe he will be. But here's the power play, and then our penalty kill is +4. That is absolutely nasty. And then in between the pipes, we have Philip Gustafsson, who we just signed to that big extension. We can actually go check out the extensions we signed now. Here we just signed Thomas Harley to an extension right there. I don't know about anyone else too much. Rasmus Sandin, he already had his extension. All of these guys already had their extension, I'm pretty sure. But the main ones were Thomas Harley, Philip Gustafsson, and then I think we signed Shane Pinto to this extension. A buyer, are we a seller? I want to see what our coach has us at. A conservative buyer, so we're looked at to make the playoffs. We're going to make a playoff push. We're not going to be that one team that blatantly tanks, but you know what I'm saying, if it gets to it, I'm not afraid to go out there and trade a bunch of players, you know what I'm saying? But we're not going to just fully tank or fully go for it. We're not going to be a tweener team, but we're going to make smart moves and build this team piece by piece. School bus or that truck in the back, I have no clue what's going on, but anyways, this season is basically going to just be a montage in a way, almost just like a bunch of highlights, a bunch of big moments from the season, so why not? Let's just get into it and hope you guys enjoy this video. To Quebec on the inaugural game of the Quebec City National, the first game in franchise history. The arena is packed. Look how many people there are. Welcome everybody. These jerseys are looking sick. You see the Canada flag. Let's get into it. Like, subscribe, and we are underway here in season 1. Shane Pinto gonna walk right in. Shane Pinto gonna feed it back. Thomas Harley walks in. Thomas Harley, oh my god, there we go, baby. Jake Neighbors, the first goal in franchise history. We are buzzing, fellas. 1-5-1. That is not good. Our team is horrible. I don't blame Phil Gustafsson. We do have a couple of injuries here. Shane Pinto is injured, so that could explain a lot. I don't know why I thought Cole's in running first line center, but he can move for a wing. And then also Rasmussen is injured, but you know, that's a depth player. Whatever. I want to simulate until Shane Pinto comes back and see if we can keep afloat until Shane Pinto comes back at first line center. I think we have to play dead deep. And also, if we jump into any game from here on out, just know that we're just jumping into a game. Like, there's just going to be random games throughout that stuff. But yeah, of course we got to play Fun in the Dark. Well, Smith, who's trying to break our trap, and AC Mott gets bodied. Here's Braden Schneider. Schneider into the zone. Schneider for Rodriguez. Oh my god, that was a nasty goal, and Evan Rodriguez puts it bottom shelf. I think it's about time we put some leaders on this team, so William Karlsson's going to be an assistant, Jason Zucker's going to be an assistant, Brandon Carlos going to be an assistant. Quite a unceremonious assistant nomination, but you know what? This is just for year 1. So let's check up on the stats here. Through 21 games, so there's a good sample size for the year. We are third last in goals. We're in the bottom of the barrel. We are actually the best defensive team in our division, which is nice to see. Our power play is last place in the league, and our penalty kill is one of the worst. So we basically need a better special teams coach, is what I'm getting it from it. Our goalies are actually playing really well. I really like that. Our defense, looks like our bottom pair is not the greatest, so maybe we can swap some things around and trade one of those guys, you know what I'm saying? And then for our forward core, looks like Roslovic's line, Owens' line is minus, so we have to change that. The first thing we have to do is scout a couple players for our team, so we can maybe get some players at the trade deadline. We'll see, but we don't need a goalie, I don't think. I really like our goalie tandem right now. We have Soderblom in the AHL. We could very well use a number one defenseman, but it doesn't look like, other than Bouchard, that there is a number one defenseman. I mean, maybe we can go get Evan Bouchard. I will scout him. I think it is worth it to scout him. And then on forwards, we could use basically anybody. So, you know what, we'll scout pretty much everybody. I think the most important thing, though, is all of these guys who are on the first line. I think that is really important to make sure we can have first liners like a superstar or like a star player, because, you know, maybe we have that in Owens, maybe one of our other guys can become that level, but we need some first liners to win hockey games. So I think it is very important that we make sure that we get some first liners. I don't really know why I'm scouting these guys if we're going to change our coach anyways. But, you know, we might not rush into changing our coach. We might stick with our coach. How old is this man right there? Fitz. Let's take a look at him. Let's take a look for the boys. He's 51 years old, so a decently young coach. His teaching sucks, but his coach influence is pretty good. His best chemistry is Carlson, Barkowski, and Carlo. Okay, he has a 61% scheme fit, and he runs a 1-3-1 trap. I knew it. Just said I'm not going to intro games, but we have the Montreal Canadiens here. This is an absolute barn burner of a matchup. Quebec versus Montreal is back in the NHL, baby. Injury report, because if we look, Brandon Carlo's out for 2 months. That sucks. The only team that's really got hit is Boston, with Lindholm, Uyghur there. Also the Florida Panthers, Sam Reinhart, and then if we go back to the Winnipeg Jets, Morrissey and Pionk. Here are the lines with the Brandon Carlo out for 2 months, and Blankenberg here slots in. He's a 5'9" offensive defenseman. Here he has 3.5-star shooting, 3.5-star puck skills, 3.5-star defense, 4-star skating, which is nice. He's going to cut back. Brandstrom's going to have it. Brandstrom gets bodied. Oh man, Brandy just got bodied, but Brandstrom's gonna recover. Brandstrom, oh what a move. Brandstrom, oh my god. Eric Brandstrom with an absolute beauty. We are about halfway through the year. Let's check out some of the stats. So we have 41 points. We are 7 points back of a wild card here, which isn't a bad thing if we miss the playoffs, but we want to choose a direction sooner rather than later. So it looks like we aren't scoring many goals. Our team defense is really good, though. I really like where our team defense is at. For power play, we are literally last in our division. You can't even see us. And then penalty kill, we are in the top half. Philip Gustafson, what a year. Anthony Stolar is doing well as well. They have over 900. That's pretty good. Thomas Harley is our leading defenseman scorer with 19 points. We need a guy who can produce points from the back end. Looks like that first pair is not doing great, but we'll just wait till Brandon Carlo comes back to make a decision on that. Looks like our first line's doing incredible. There's a couple minuses here. I don't know where our boy is. Here's Owens. He has 12 points. Alright, here's the new look lines here. We're going to put Carlson, Roslovic, and Zucker on the second. Rodriguez, Owens, and Kaliev on the third. Hopefully this gets stuff kick-started. I'm okay with tanking this year, but I want to be competitive, tank, and fight until the trade deadline. Shot defenseman type of play. Here come the Leafs. Sandine up for Rodriguez. Evan Rodriguez. Oh my god, what a move. Evan Rodriguez walks right in. And that's a power play. What a play by Evan Rodriguez. 23, 24, and 23, 26, and 4. So we're going to look through the trade blocks here and see if we can pick up anybody that would be useful for us. Alright, so here we have a list of players that we can go after. I didn't scout any goalies because I feel like our goalies are good for now. There will come a time where we have to get that franchise goalie. Maybe Gustafson can become that. But here is all of our players that we are targeting. I'll give you guys a list here. Ginla Savoy there. We got Trevor Connolly from Vegas, Lecker Mackey, Bradley Nadeau. Vince Dunn is there just in case he waives his no trade clause to come to us. And then, yeah, there's no goalies. If you can't hear my game audio, that is because my headphones are broken right now. Let's see the crisscross with Mercer, Dawson Mercer, toe drag release. Oh my god. That was so easy. We are dominating Ottawa. Oh man, this is big. Brandon Carlo is coming back. How did Blankenberg play? He had 8 points, a -1. You know what? That's not bad. We're going to put them back on that top pair and see what happens. But if they're struggling, we're going to change some stuff up. Oh my god, Philip Gustafson got injured again. These injuries are killing us, bro. I know people turn injuries off. Whoa, look, I'm so cool. I can rebuild a team with injuries off. Yeah, of course you can, dumbass. Of course you can rebuild a team with injuries off. That's not hard. I'm sure a 7-year-old could do the exact same thing. So we've been scouting players, adding players to our draft board, and now it's time to play these Vegas Golden Knights in our final game before the trade deadline, and we are going to be debuting these alternate jerseys. I think they're kind of nasty. Go. Here's Zucker, Jason Zucker, and across the line, Jason Zucker. Gonna hold Zucker back of the net. Zucker trying to feed it. Sandin. Oh my god, there's no... Of course it's Vegas who gets the no-goal call. Of course it's Vegas. Never mind, it counted. Let's go. Screw you, Vegas. We're getting out of here, and we're going to the trade deadline. If I had to set our status, we would be considered a conservative seller. We're not going to sell off anybody for the wrong price, but we have a target list. We have teams we're looking at, and TJ Ginla is one of those guys on our list, and he is available. Oh my god, this would be absolutely perfect, and hell no, we're not doing that. Okay, the first player who could be on the chopping block is Anthony Stolars, if we get a good offer. But these offers are so bad that I kind of just want to hang on to them. If we're going for TJ Ginla, we can give up Rasmus Sandin, although Rasmus Sandin is playing... Who's playing more, Sandin or Moser? JJ Moser's not playing all that much, so we can give up JJ Moser. I think that is something I'm willing to do. Send him back to Utah. Utah would be over the maximum salary cap. We'll worry about that later. Would William Karlsson does not want to go there. That is very unfortunate. Could trade Evan Rodriguez. Looks like nobody wants to go there. That is really weird, but I mean, not really weird, but Evan Rodriguez, unfortunately, you might have to be sacrificed or to take a contract back. Lawson Krause could be a guy we take back, and we can also retain on JJ Moser 50%. I feel like this is a deal I'm willing to do. Now, you don't just give up your 6th overall pick for 2 depth players, so you're gonna need something good in there. I don't know what they want. I'll give them a 2nd and the Oilers 3rd. I think whatever pick we take with the 2nd or the 3rd is going to be worse than what TJ Ginla is now. We are taking on a big contract in Lawson Krause. TJ Ginla is a sniper. I know he's not the fastest skater, but just like a sniper is very hard to come by. A center sniper. And we're going to have a lethal 1-2 punch down the middle for the future. We are slowly but surely building this team, and building it with 2 centers is really good. So we're going to see if this trade goes through. Thank you, JJ Moser. Thank you, Evan Rodriguez, for everything you guys have done. Wait one sec. I gotta send these guys off properly. I don't care if TJ Ginla gets stolen. JJ Moser had 11 goals. He was a +9 for us. Evan Rodriguez, 25 points for us. But I mean, you know, like, these guys kind of have to be sacrificed. Sandy's under contract. I don't know what Moser's asking for, but it might be similar. Wait, does JJ Moser have an extension? If JJ Moser has an extension, then I am dumb. Holy, JJ Moser does not have an extension. So you know what? I think this is a worthy trade to put through, and they are willing to accept it. The Utah Hockey Club have accepted your offer, and we just got TJ Ginla. Oliver Bjorkstrand went to Nashville. Dylan Cousins went to Anaheim. That is crazy. Wow. Jonathan Drouin went to Philadelphia. Alexander Carrier went to Washington. Bradley Nadeau for picks. That's interesting. Tom Willander for Yanni Gord. That is a crazy trade. We obviously traded for TJ Ginla. I didn't know TJ Ginla was going to pop up on the block. That is crazy. That's the first time I've ever seen that. But for a guy who could turn out to be an 85 overall, just as good as Moser and Rodriguez. Did we overpay? Yes, we did. Was it worth it? Would I do it 10 times out of 10? Yes, I would. TJ Ginla has the potential to become an elite centerman in this league, and those are so hard to find. And we have the fact that we have 2 elite centers. You have TJ Ginla here, who has elite potential. The fact that you have Owens, who has elite potential, that could be a 1-2. You have a playmaker and a sniper. But you still don't have that superstar, but having 2 like elite centermen to stagger it instead of 1 like franchise centerman is okay with me if we can find a franchise winger or a franchise defenseman or a franchise goalie. Honestly, I think we've played enough with this team. Not like that, but like, you know what? Our coach can make our lines, although he is not playing Owens, which I'm not allowing. Owens is definitely gonna play somewhere on this team. You can find his spot, you know, like on this second line wing. Hey, we got +2/+2. That's sick. Oh man, +2/+2. We love to see it. Yesy Pugliarvi is also up here. That is sick right there. Rasmussen can play on the 3rd line. On defense, we're going to stick with these pairings. I don't think there's any need to change it. Snyder can go in for Bolduc when he's done. The Utah Hockey Club they picked up John Tavares. They were buyers, you guys saw. They're one of the top teams in the Western Conference. Picking up Evan Rodriguez, who's on a multi-year deal. He has 1 more year after this. He has $3 million only for an 84 overall, who has 88 speed, 4-star shot. Like, this dude's absolutely nasty. And then JJ Moser rounds out their top 4 real nice. They can have 3 stud right shot defensemen. And I mean, JJ Moser is an RFA at the end of the year, so it's not like you're losing him for nothing. And you get a 2nd and a 3rd for a guy who's just a prospect when you're trying to win a cup. I don't know, I think that's a pretty good deal, but we're going to see how it does in the battle of the black, white, and blue. Up Shane Pinto for Mercer, Dawson Mercer to the outside. We just picked up TJ Ginla, fellas. This is so nasty. Dawson Mercer going to walk in. Dawson Mercer, oh my god, that is 30 tucks on the year for Dawson Mercer. Fellas, this is big. Patrick Waugh has been fired from the New York Islanders. Now, I don't know if I want Patrick Waugh to be my coach, but it would fit perfectly with the Quebec team. So let's check out Patrick Waugh. Let's see what is he about. So he's a goalie coach, which would be good. We have Gustafson, could get a goalie in the draft, right? He's a 50% scheme fit. He's a defensive coach. I mean, he's honestly just the same as our other guy. Speaking of Patrick Waugh, we have the Montreal Canadiens and the season series on the line. It is 1-1. Can we take the season series between these Montreal Canadiens? Jake Neighbors has our boost. That is a sick shot right there. Matheson, the 1-3-1 trap. Oh man, Thomas Harley, what are we doing? Cole Caulfield scores, and the Montreal Canadiens are up 1-0 on the Quebec. Game of the year against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Let's see if we can win this final game or lose this final game. I really could care less what happens in this final game. And we are headed into overtime. That is absolutely perfect. Let's jump in one last time this season. Hey, what a play from Thomas Harley. Harley's going to get it back. Thomas Harley for William Karlsson. Karlsson walks in. William Karlsson in. Oh my god, that was nasty. And William Karlsson wins us the final game of the year. 38-5. I know we are a mid-team, not where you want to be, but I really enjoyed this year. I think it was a great year for us. You know, we need a little bit more goal-scoring punch. We're almost there. We just need a little bit more goal-scoring punch, and maybe that is TJ Ginla when he comes up to the team. We had a great defense. I really want to keep that up. So maybe a defensive coach is the way. We need a better power play, though. We were last in our division. That is not good. We have a good PK, though. So I think our defense is our calling card, which makes sense. Right there, 9-12, a 9-10 for Stolars. We have a great 1-2 punch. I don't know if Stolars is coming back, but we'll see what's going to happen there. That's for us to deal with later. Thomas Harley, 42 points. That has to be a career high. No, it's not. But you know what? A great season by Thomas Harley. Rasmus Sandin, 35. Brandstrom, 27. Blankenberg, Schneider, and Carlo, our defensive defensemen. Nasher, 72 points, a career high, a breakout year. He is going to become a superstar, and he is going to play with our boy Owens when the time comes. I'm calling it. Arthur Kaliev's an RFA. Jesse Pugliarvi's a UFA. Podkolzin, you know what? He played 9 games. He did his job. Jake Neighbors there, 57 points. Zucker, 47. We'll see what we want to do with him. Rasmussen, plus 24. That is nice to see. Burakovsky. And then Lawson Krause. I mean, he was just a pickup in the trade, but plus 3. Pinto had 60 points on that first line. William Karlsson had 41 points. Charles Owens, 32 points only. But you know what? He is looking really good, and hopefully he grows a lot in the offseason. If he doesn't, I'll be a little bit concerned. But we'll see who we can pair with him in the draft. But that is our team right there. Here's all your goaltending stats. Connor Hellebuck might win another Vezina. Matvey Michkov leads in scoring. Looks like our boy Charles here is down here, but hey, he's ahead of Lane Hudson. We will take that. Quinn Hughes, 77 points. He's going to win the Norris. Or Morgan Riley, 71 plus 36. And then for all skaters, Sebastian Aho, 129 points. Leads the NHL. That is sick. Nathan McKinnon, 69 goals. Nice. But there's all your stats. We have a big offseason ahead of us. I hope you guys are ready, and I'll see you guys in the offseason.